Newstalk 1250 KBRF. Listen anytime, any place with the new Fergus Now app on your phone. And it's now time for Chamber on the Air. Joining me now, as always, Lisa Workman. How you doing, Lisa?
Hey, Dave. Great. It's hard to believe it's September. It feels more like July.
Summer went quick.
Yeah, let's roll the calendar backwards. Like, we finished August, now today is July.
I like that.
Yeah. It really confused people. Well, thanks everyone for tuning into Chamber on the Air. It's my pleasure to let you know that we've got some great guests joining us on the show today. Great Chamber members from Boy Scouts of America. Brenda Thompson will be here. Paul Hicks from the Chamber staff will be here. Kathy Wagnold with Fergus Brewing. And we've got our crew Lois and Shauna coming in from the Blessings Closet. So our theme today, because it's back to school, we're going to talk about bees. So as you listen to the show today, kind of pay attention to how many words and subjects we have that start with the letter B. So this is a challenge. This is homework for everybody listening at home unless you are driving. So first of all, we want to share with you some information about things going on at the Fergus Falls Chamber of Commerce. Coming up this Thursday, which is tomorrow, crazy week, we're going to brew up business at Chamber Cafe. We will be at Legacy Hall at M State at 7:30 in the morning. It's a great opportunity for you to grab a cup of coffee, enjoy some breakfast, get connected with some great people in the community, and hear more about things that are going on. Again, it starts at 7:30 tomorrow morning, Legacy Hall at M State, back to school, brewing up business for Chamber Cafe. Then later on this month, we have a Lunch and Learn on September 29th with Chamber Master on Internet Marketing at the Chamber office. Just go to our website at fergusfalls.com to register for that. And we're having a member mixer at Fergus Brewing, and we're going to chat with Kathy Wagnold in a bit, but that's on September 29th, so you'll want to mark the calendar for that one too. But the first thing we're going to talk about is with back to school comes recruiting, signing up time, and it's time to get the scouts a-rolling. So Brenda Thompson is here today to tell us a little bit about things that are going on. And I don't know how to turn popcorn into a bee, but you know.
Buy popcorn.
Buy popcorn. There we go. We got a bee in there. So, Brenda, glad to have you on the show today. And this is a big time of year for folks to get involved in scouting. And there's some new things that are going on, too. So let's talk about some of those recruiting events that are coming up.
Okay, so on Wednesday, September 21st from 6 to 7 at the Fergus Falls YMCA, we are holding a recruiting event. And it is for anybody grades kindergarten through 12th grade can come to that event. We are recruiting for Cub Scouts, which is kindergarten through 5th grade. Kids will be bringing home flyers from the school, and
so
I will
check those backpacks.
Check the backpacks. Or you know, the kids know this. As part of my spiel when I'm talking to the kids at school, I tell them to put the flyer next to the milk in the refrigerator. So check your fridges for flyers, because there's probably going to be some there.
Those are some really smart kids that follow directions. If there's a flyer in the fridge, not a fly in the fridge, but a flyer in the fridge.
Yep. And then also grades 5 or 6 and up, we are recruiting for the boy troop we have in town, and we're also trying to start a girl troop right now.
Oh, awesome.
So we need to have 5 girls to be able to start that unit. We currently have 2 that are interested, and we're also looking for people who are interested in helping with leadership also.
Fantastic. So those are great opportunities. Again, this is a recruiting event that'll be September 21st at the YMCA. And what are the times again?
From 6 to 7 p.m.
6 to 7 p.m., Fergus Falls YMCA. All ages are welcome to come to the recruiting event. Boys and girls can come to this too.
Correct.
So all families, come on out to the YMCA September 21st. Also, another exciting thing going on with the Scouts is the Explore program.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
So the Explore program is where the BSA partners with local businesses and organizations to create internship opportunities for the kids. So that way they kind of get to test out things that they might be interested in for a minimal fee. And it's easier than when you go to college and you spend tens of thousands of dollars and then you go, hey, this is not what I wanted. So we're actually partnering with Ringdahl EMS here in town to start an exploring post. And they are having an open house on September 14th from 6 to 7. So that'll be over at Ringdahl, and you can come and find out information. Ringdahl's providing pop and pizza that night.
Ooh.
Yeah. So anybody that is age 10 and over is invited to come for that. You have to be at least 10 to be able to participate in that part of the program. And you can participate up to age 20 in that program, which is kind of a different thing, because usually when you think of scouting, you think 18. That's kind of the cutoff. But in exploring, it's up to age 20.
Well, this is a great thing. I'm so glad you guys are working on this. Getting kids connected with different careers, at least getting them, aware of the different things, and helping to develop some of those interests where they can do some things hands-on. Ringdale has some great career pathways and a lot of really cool opportunities to not only get involved and take care and save people, but now they can get the kids involved at a very early age for that. And again, that's September 14th from 6 to 7 at Ringdale Ambulance in Fergus Falls.
And it's not just for kids who want to go into EMS. Let's say you want to be an LPN or an RN. This can give you some of those basic things to be able to use in other areas too.
Great way to test it out. And well, the third thing we want to talk about today with Boy Scouts of America is, of course, food, because it's, it's after breakfast and not quite lunch. So let's talk about one of the big fundraisers that you guys do.
We are selling popcorn currently, and that goes until the end of October. And so there are scouts all over the area that are selling. Hopefully they'll be knocking on your door. I know last weekend they were set up at Fleet Farm, and they've been set up at Walmart and Service Foods here in town. To find a unit that is selling popcorn, you just need to go to bascout.org. Enter your zip code, and it will give you the scouting units within a 10-mile radius of you. This also works for recruiting.
Okay.
That's actually why the site was created, was recruiting, so you can find a unit. B-A-B-B-E-A Scout. So B-A Scout. And then you can find units, and they'll give you contact information for units. If you live in Battle Lake and you're looking for somebody, right there it'll give you the contact person for that unit. Or if you live in Perham, or if you live in Wahpeton.
Fantastic.
It's just a really easy way to find units.
And of course, with you being a member of the Chamber, if folks have more questions, all of your contact information is on the Chamber's website at fergusfalls.com. And Brenda, you'll be joining us tomorrow morning for Chamber Cafe as well.
I will.
So folks can get a recap or an update on all things scouting. And thanks for all the work that you do getting kids involved in our community. We greatly appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, and well, what goes great with popcorn? Our next B, beer. Yes, it's not too early to talk about beer. Kathy Wagnold with Fergus Brewing is joining us now on the show, and happy 3rd birthday, Kathy.
Thank you. We have our anniversary event coming up on Saturday, September 10th.
And that's a big deal, 3 years already, and you guys opened in a most inconvenient time when it comes to
it got a little
things,
difficult in there, but we pulled through, and we're looking forward to the next 30 years.
Yeah, absolutely. And so happy anniversary to Fergus Brewing, 3 years. And really things have grown and expanded for the business over the years. I just love that beautiful outdoor setting that you guys have with the games and, on the cool fall nights, the fires roaring and all kinds of good stuff going on there.
On Saturday, we'll actually have a bouncy house out there in that space.
For the kids.
Yeah. Bouncy house for the kids starting at noon. Also, all sorts of other games for the kids to play and party favor bags. Beer available for the parents.
Yeah.
So that's a plus.
Well, and that's what's cool, too, is Fergus Brewing, you guys have always been so family-friendly. Like I said, you've got the bouncy house and the party favors for the kids. There's, again, games to play. You've got penny cakes coming.
Yep.
Mama Sheena's.
Yep. Can't beat Mama Sheena's or penny cakes.
Absolutely.
It's going to be good food. We also have the Crop Dusters, an excellent band coming from 7 to 10.
Oh, fantastic. So that's all this Saturday, September 10th, for the 3rd birthday party. And you did mention beer, and you guys do some fantastic beers there, too.
Our beer is always the best. Yes. We have several new beers coming out this fall. No dates yet for when they come out, so you'll have to pay attention to our social media, but we have a barrel-aged Imperial Stout coming out. We also have what's being called Pancakes for Dinner, a breakfast stout with coffee, cinnamon, maple syrup, cocoa niblets.
Yum.
It's going to be good. Of course, we have our Oktoberfest beer coming out. Our Oktoberfest Festival will be on October 1st, Saturday.
Yeah, so mark the calendar for that. That will be here before we know it, and your Oktoberfest is has always been a fantastic and a really
Yep,
fall
it's
favorite
wonderful.
too.
Once again, we have Mama Sheena's and Penny Cakes coming for that, and we have the Meat Rabbits performing from 7 to 10. The Meat Rabbits make any song into a polka. They are amazing.
Oh, that should be a whole lot of fun.
Have to come and hear them. We do a ceremonial keg tapping at noon too. It's the tradition for Oktoberfest in Germany, and we get our mayor, Ben, to come and tap our keg at noon on Saturday, October 1st.
Fantastic. And of course, we're going to be getting folks in the mood for Oktoberfest with a member mixer on Thursday, September 29th at Fergus Brewing. And our B is as part of that is we'll be giving brats away. So Mark will be there with Mama Sheena's grilling brats. There'll be some beer. I think we're going to work on some beer and Fergus trivia too. So yeah, that kind of fun stuff. So again, that's September 29th, and folks can register for that on the Chamber's website. And of course, you guys do some other fundraisers and different events too. You've got the Bark Brunch fundraiser.
Yep,
we got to throw those bees in there.
We like to be available for nonprofits to do fundraisers. So we're working on a fundraiser for the Humane Society. It will be on Sunday, October 9th, so a Sunday brunch. Call it the Bark Brunch. It will be catered. There will be tickets available very soon, so watch our social media and our website for that. Maybe some of our new beers will be out by then.
Yeah.
So
all kinds of great things to look forward to. And if folks are thinking, the kids are back to school, I'm not chasing around with them all summer. I'm looking for something interesting to do. I want to be out and social. Maybe I've retired and I've decided full-time retirement isn't for me. You've got some opportunities for folks to get involved in Fergus Brewing too.
We do. We have
work for beer.
Yep. We have a job opening for someone who might be interested in distributing our beer to different restaurants and liquor stores.
Fantastic.
So that's been posted somewhere on our Facebook page.
Yeah, I'm sure you can find Fergus Brewing on social media, and of course as a chamber member at fergusfalls.com. So again, follow on social media, check out the Chamber's website. Heck, give the Chamber a call at 218-736-6951. Can find out more of the events at Fergus Brewing with the Boy Scouts. And we've got another bee, or a couple more bees coming up. I haven't sure figured out how we're going to make that fourth bee into a bee, but our third bee that's coming up, we're going to take a little break. That's one of them. We'll be back with the Blessing Closet, so stay tuned.
We have a great need for foster parents in Otter Tail County. It seems that no sooner do I get a home licensed that I'm calling or the workers are calling and we are placing kids with that family within the next day or within the next week. Well, right now, just Otter Tail County in general, just as an agency, we have probably about 45 homes, of which 10 of those homes are a relative. So we can't even technically, even though kiddos are placed in that home, they aren't available to kids that aren't related to them. So, we really have probably 30 homes that we have an opportunity to place kids with. Well, I think it would be great if we had 75 or even up near that 100. That's really a pipe dream, but 75 would give you an opportunity to be able to not have to worry about where they're located, or it just adds a different level of security for our agency to be able to have a home in Vining or in Perham or in New York Mills, or even the way up at the tippy top of Otter Tail County, which is Sebeka, believe it or not, or even Dalton, or because Otter Tail County is so large. Most of our homes are typically in Fergus Falls here. An ideal candidate can be anybody. You can be single, you can be married, you can be, anyone really. It has no age limits, it has no socioeconomic limits, it has no cultural limits. We would welcome anyone, that wants to apply. So there really is no boundaries around that. Just seeing how a child thrives, in a home where there's love and structure and stability. And I think, personally, I've seen kiddos just flourish in foster care. And it's no fault of their own, it's no fault of their parents' own. They just can't, in that particular situation, just removing them to a safer environment is really all they need to thrive. You just have to keep it in perspective that this is the time when they needed you the most. And if you're only in their lives for a day, for a month, for a year, you made an impact on that child in that amount of time. And so just keeping it in perspective that way, you were what they had to provide love and support and stability. You were there at that moment. And so for me, it's just been very rewarding to see the impact that these foster parents have on kids' lives. I think it's just important for people to know we have such a need for foster parents, but I also want to recognize how important our foster parents that we have are to our agency and to the children in these communities. They put themselves in the front lines and they meet kids where they're at, and they are just, their time and their efforts are invaluable. And so I just can't say enough for those folks and for all that they do, both things that we know and things that we don't know. So I just hope that that is conveyed through this process, that we value our foster parents and we want to enable them to be successful.
News Talk 1250 KBRF. Listen anytime, any place with the new Fergus Now app on your phone as we're back on with Chamber on the Air.
Hey, thanks, Dave. This is such a fun day. I just love the fact that we get to share the stories of some fantastic businesses in our community and nonprofits that are all part of our Fergus Falls Chamber. And Shauna Zielinski is joining me with the Blessing Closet. Run as Action Ministries, but the Blessing Closet, you guys have really been active in a short period of time, as a nonprofit in the community, helping so many people out. And Shauna, this has been your dream, your vision of truly helping people. So tell folks, if they haven't heard about the Blessing Closet, what the Blessing Closet is all about.
The Blessing Closet is a free store. People can donate items, and we just give them away to anyone in the community that needs them. Anyone can come in and grab what they need.
So, with back to school time, and is the kiddos maybe have, maybe their jeans that they wore last year don't fit so much anymore, or, if maybe they've recently moved or suddenly moved and they find themselves in a situation that they need some household items or some different things, they can come to the Blessing Closet and get those items for free or for a free will donation. And you guys have been helping so many families. It's just amazing. Thank you for the work that you guys are doing. So how did you get it all started? Like, what was your thought process, Shauna, as far as getting the Blessing Closet going?
Well, we originally started as just Christmas outreach.
Sure.
Helping families around Christmas time with Christmas gifts for their kids. And it was probably like our second or third year of doing it. Everyone needed help with clothes.
Sure.
So we started actually with doing a couple clothes drives, and then it eventually kind of turned into just helping people through my mom's front porch. And then it eventually became a thing where we just needed like an actual location to do it. And we actually originally started in a storage unit.
It's amazing how it's grown.
Yep, and then we moved up to just like a 2-stall garage, and now we're in a new, beautiful spot.
Right, and so you guys are located at what folks know as former Trinity Lutheran Church, downtown Fergus Falls, next to the Daily Journal. Is that Cavour?
Our address is 201 North Union Avenue,
Okay.
but you would enter our store from the Cavour side.
Perfect. And then the days and times that folks can come to the Blessing Closet.
We are open Tuesdays and Saturdays, 11 to 6.
Fantastic. And of course, there's opportunities for folks that they can donate goods, clothing, but they can also donate cash too. They can make monetary donations that, obviously if you have a store and you're not in a storage unit, you have heat to pay and electricity and those types of things too. So folks can make those donations. And you guys just did a recent backpack giveaway. So how would that go?
It was great. We've seen probably about, I would say, 25 to 30 children.
Wow.
And it was like our biggest year yet.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Helping those kiddos get a great start back to school. See,
Yep.
more bees, throwing those in there. And then if folks are interested in maybe volunteering, because I would imagine as donations come in, they need to be sorted and clothes need to be folded and things like that. How do folks get involved if they want to, pitch in?
They can either go to our Facebook page, The Blessing Closet, and they can contact us there. They can also just come into the store and just talk to
whoever's
one
there.
of our volunteers there and get connected.
Fantastic. Well, you guys are helping so many people, so many families in the community through times of need for just getting them by. Sometimes we take for granted that the fact that our, the kids have clothes that fit and things like that, and not everyone is in those situations all the time. So again, thanks for filling those needs, and thanks for opening the Blessing Closet in Fergus Falls.
Thanks for having us.
Great to have you guys here, and we're going to wrap things up. Our last B is for Dandelion and Burdock. Paul Hicks is joining us on the show, and Paul is joining us today, not with Dandelion and Burdock, but with the Chamber as our new member services staff person. So, Paul, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you.
Glad to have you here, and we're excited to have you here working with our members to help them take advantage of the different benefits that are offered by the Chamber. And as a small business owner, you bring some great perspective. So, tell us a little bit about your background.
Well, my wife and I, we own Dandelion and Burdock downtown Fergus Falls, which is the clothing store, men's and women's clothing store. And so we felt that as a chamber member, when the opportunity rose that we could we've got the store kind of down pat a little bit. We don't need to be there as much. So we kind of figured we can branch out as a B.
Yeah, there you go.
And be able to help other businesses within the community, as well as kind of keeping ourselves connected within the community also. So
Absolutely.
it's perfect timing.
It is, and it's all about building community. I think that's what we've, kind of the message of this whole, the group that we've had here today is everyone's here building community, whether it's through donations or through beer and fundraisers, and of course with Paul being a business owner in our community, knowing the challenges that the businesses have, and then again connecting our members with each other, because we know that there are so many different businesses and organizations in our community that are willing to help each other, help solve some problems, and help Fergus Falls continue to grow. So, Paul, if folks want to get in touch with you, they want to meet with you, maybe they're interested in learning more about being a member of the Chamber, how do they get in touch with you?
Probably the easiest way would be using my cell phone, which 218-770-4011 is my cell phone number. Otherwise, if you pop into the store or pop into the Chamber, we can get connected through that way. But yeah, that's probably the easiest way for now.
Fantastic. Well, again, welcome to the Chamber crew. If you see Paul out and about, please give him a hello and a greeting. And again, you can get in touch with all of us at the Chamber at 218-736-6951 is the Chamber office. Check out our website at fergusfalls.com. You can find out more details about the great Chamber members that we got to visit with today. You can learn about activities and events that are coming up, whether it's Chamber Cafe tomorrow morning at M State, where we're brewing up business. Really like to have some beer for breakfast. I'm excited, Kathy, for that pancakes for dinner coming up at Fergus Brewing. But again, we also have a member mixer at Fergus Brewing on September 29th, along with Lunch and Learn. We've got to meet the candidates coming up October 6th. So many great things going on in our community. We'll see you again next month. We are out of here.